Hello, Facebook. Hello. This is Lady Rachelle of Warriors Talk, where we move away from awareness towards action. I know it's a Friday night, and I know everybody's busy, probably just getting off work and trying to do things with their families or with their loved ones. And so I just came on. I'll be brief. Most of you can be kind and rewind and enjoy your Friday. This is a fabulous Friday, and I am so happy that God allowed me Friday. And so I have been getting bit by mosquitoes for the last couple of days, and it's just not pretty. Hello, my love. How are you? I owe you a big hug and a big old kiss. Thank you so much for everything. You know exactly what I'm speaking about. So I appreciate you, and I cannot wait to see you guys. I'm excited. And so the reason that I came on is because I'm excited about the event that's coming up 2 weeks from now, Saturday, October the 6th. And most of you have already gotten your tickets. We do still have tickets left. We always have an amazing time for our Survivors Night of Reflection. So I can't wait to see the survivors and for us to just embrace each other, support each other, love on each other, and let each other know that how important we are, how much of a warrior we are, that we have been fighting. And most people think that cancer is over when you're done with your treatment. And we know, as warriors, as survivors, we know that it is not over. We know that there's residue that comes with cancer, and that we are not continuously fighting, but we're dealing with some of the residue. And so our theme for October the 6th, which is our third annual Survivors Night of Reflection, is going to be unmasking the mental stronghold of cancer residue. A lot of us are left with residue. I've mentioned before that I deal with neuropathy in my legs and my feet. Sometimes it paralyzes me to where I can't move. And I also sometimes, I don't like to claim it, but I get chemo brain. Sometimes I'm having a conversation and sometimes I don't remember what I'm saying. And so I know a lot of people probably are going to skip by this video. And that's fine. Be kind and rewind, because I just wanted to come on so that I could just kind of bring to our memory, cancer does not discriminate. Cancer does not take a break like we do. Like, it's Friday night, so a lot of people are going to be, hanging out with their families. They're going to be partying and they're going to be having a good time. And that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be living your best life, because you only get one. You only get one. So live your best life. And guess what? Make it count. And so I appreciate y'all, all the ones that have already tuned in. I just ask that you like and share this video with someone that you love. Like and share the video with someone that you love. And if you haven't already gotten your ticket to the third annual Survivors Night of Reflection, then I encourage you to go to bit.ly. So it's bit.ly/survivors night. And that will take you over to Eventbrite. And you can buy your ticket there, or you can go to warriorstalk.org and get your ticket. If you go to Warriors Talk, you don't get the fee that Eventbrite charges you. So you might want to do that. And so the tickets are only $25, and we will be awarding a warrior that's in her cancer or his cancer battle that night. They will actually get awarded that night. We will also crown a survivor of reflection that night, someone who has been doing and spreading awareness in the community, someone who is a fighter, and someone who is encouraging others that they too can survive and thrive. And so I wanted to come on to just tell you about the event. It's going to be, again, Saturday, October the 6th. It's going to be at the Met, M-E-T, and it's at 4100 South King Drive in Chicago. And we're going to start at 4 p.m. and it's going to go till 7. And we're just going to have an amazing time as we do. Again, God has blessed us to get to year 3. Year 3, and I'm excited. I am coming up on my 5th year as a cancer survivor, as being healed. I will be in November 1st of 2013 is when I found my lump, and I found my lump in November. And so this November coming up, I will be officially a 5-year survivor, but I have been claiming my healing since day one, thanks to God. And so I wanted to talk about really quick, if you didn't get your tickets, go and get your tickets. Again, warriorstalk.org, or you can go to paypal.me/warriorstalk, or I do the Cash App. All you gotta do is type in $sign and Warriors Talk. I do Zelle. You just type in Warriors Talk with Lady Rachelle. And so that particular event is all about celebrating survivors. And when I say survivors, I mean anyone who's been diagnosed with a cancer that has a cancer diagnosis and that are still living. Those are survivors, whether they have diagnosed you with no evidence of disease or not. If you're still here and you're fighting a cancer battle, then you are a survivor. And so I wanted to talk about really quick. I found some information on the American Cancer Society website that talks about, it says the 10 facts about cancer in African Americans. And I know we don't like to talk about cancer. I know we want to, live this happy life where, no cancer exists. And that's what we want. And I'm sure we will get there one day. But until we get there, here are 10 cancer facts about African Americans, and I'm getting this information right off of the American Cancer website, so you can go there yourself and you can type it up and you can read it. But sometimes we don't like to read, so guess what? I'll bring it to you. So the first fact about African Americans and cancer, it talks about Black men having a high death rate when it comes to cancer, right? We have the highest death rate when it comes to cancer, but it also talks about how the numbers are declining for African American men. So with African American men, the numbers are declining, but with women, the numbers are staying the same. The numbers are staying the same. So what does that say? What does that say with African American men and African American women? Well, one of the facts that they talk about was that Blacks fall short on physical activity. We fall short on physical activity. We don't like to get up and get moving. It says being active helps reduce cancer risk, and Blacks are less likely than whites to participate in leisure physical activity. So what does that tell you? We don't like to get moving. It's just simple things that we can do to not have a cancer diagnosis or to decrease our chances of having a cancer diagnosis. And physical activity is one of them. But we know that men may get more physical activity than women do because it's just their makeup of their body. And so their numbers for men have gone down. Our numbers, ladies, have stayed the same. And so we need to do something to correct that. And one of the things we can do is to get moving. It talks about obesity. It says it is prevalent among African American women. We know that. We look at each other every day. We know that we're not at a good weight. We know that we're not healthy. Well, let me tell you this. I just got out of a 30-day diet, and it was to help change your lifestyle, to help change the way you eat with Tone Duncan. And after these 30 days, I lost about 10 to 15 pounds just eating healthy choices every day. And then he had us exercising. So I lost that weight. Why? Because I do not want to have a cancer recurrence. I don't want to have a cancer recurrence. And so I'm trying to do everything that I can for me not to have a recurrence. We do know that cancer can come back. And so it says nearly 6 in 10 Black women were obese from 2013 excuse me, to 2014. It says compared to 4 in 10 white women. Obesity rates were similar in Black men and white men. So that's telling us that one, we're not getting enough activity. Two, we are obese. We are obese. Why? Because we keep eating. For some reason, we don't want to select healthier choices. And I guarantee you, if you start to select healthier choices, it becomes a lifestyle. So we're not looking for diet. We're looking for a lifestyle. We're looking for you to have this to be a lifestyle so that if you're putting trash in, then you're going to get trash out. But if you're putting healthy stuff in, then healthy stuff will come out. And so another one talks about, it says the overall cancer rates remains flat for Black women. Breast cancer rates are on the rise. Breast cancer rates in African American women are on the rise. Not only that it's on the rise for African American women, it's on the rise for younger Black women. As early as 19, Black women are being diagnosed with breast cancer. So we need to start talking to our daughters early. I have 4 daughters and I am talking to them now because I do not want them to have a cancer diagnosis. I'm talking to them about exercising. I'm talking to them about eating right. I'm talking to them about knowing your normal, doing breast exams, checking your breast, checking your nipples, just checking everything out with you, not just your breast, but your whole body. Because we know cancer can come in many different places, not just in the breast. And so the next fact about African American and cancer, it says lung cancer death rates have dropped for Blacks faster than whites. That's a good thing. Maybe Blacks have stopped smoking. That's one way to get lung cancer. Or sometimes secondhand smoke. Smoking causes cancer. We know that. A lot of other health ills. So just don't smoke. And if you have a problem, you need help, then Get help. Talk to your doctor about getting a patch. Talk to your doctor about chewing some gum. Whatever you need to do to stop smoking. So another fact about African Americans and cancer, it says Black men are more likely to die from colorectal cancer than any other race. It says since 2005, colorectal cancer death rates have remained at 50% higher in Black men than white men. I cannot encourage my men, my Black kings, enough to go out and get checked out. Go out and get checked. I know y'all hate to go to the doctor, but guess what? That couple of minutes of you being uncomfortable and having your life, come on, there's no weighing that. Your life is more important. Go and get the exam. There's different milestones for you to get an exam. For all of us, colorectal is for men is 50. Go and get the exam so that you can have a peace of mind, especially if you know cancer runs in your family, or you know somebody in your family who already had colorectal cancer. You should be going to get that exam. Don't wait until you get a cancer diagnosis and all of a sudden you want to do all of these things, because depending on what stage you are in, your options might be limited. And hope to God that it hadn't spread to any other places. Now you have to do something totally different. Take action today. Take action today. So another fact about African American when it comes to cancer, it says Black women have a significant higher death rate from breast cancer. We're dying at an alarming rate from breast cancer. When I go down my timeline on Facebook, it's always some African American woman dying from breast cancer, a young African American woman dying from breast cancer. We are being diagnosed earlier. We're being diagnosed in a later stage. We're being diagnosed with an aggressive form of cancer. Why? I don't know. Something with the makeup of our body. When we're diagnosed, we go in most of the time, it's late in a later stage, and we have limited options on what to do. With our makeup of our body, for some reason, the cancer we normally get is more aggressive. So what does that mean? They have to treat it aggressively. And when you're doing an aggressive treatment, some people don't make it through the treatment. I went through 6 months of chemo. I think it was 16 rounds of chemo, and I went through 33 rounds of radiation. Some people don't make it. Why? Because your body is not built to take that poison. Your body is not built to take that poison inside. You are breaking down everything in your body. And I'm not encouraging or discouraging anything. I'm saying don't even get a cancer diagnosis. Let's do something before. If I was proactive before my cancer diagnosis, I probably wouldn't be sitting here today talking to you guys about it. But because I had the cancer diagnosis, I don't want anybody else to have a cancer diagnosis. And you guys already know I lost my father 2 years ago. Yesterday was his birthday. I lost not only my father, I lost my sister at 52 to breast cancer. I lost so many friends within the last couple of years. I can't even count on both my hands. And so I'm begging, I'm pleading with you. Don't just skip by this video. Like it, share it with somebody. Share the information with somebody. We don't have to sit around and wait for a cancer diagnosis. We can take control of our life, and we can take control of our life now while you have the chance to be healthy. The last thing you want to do is to get sick. I watched my father, a healthy, big, strong man, all his life, get diagnosed with lung cancer. In 6 months, he was gone. That cancer took over his body so fast. He went from a strong man to like a little infant. We had to clean him, we had to feed him, we had to do all of that. That wasn't my dad. My dad didn't like that. You know how embarrassing that is? He didn't like that. Hi, Jeff Brown. How you doing? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. My dad, he didn't like that. And who wants somebody else cleaning them? Who wants somebody else feeding them? Who wants somebody else really doing something for them because you don't have the strength to do it, because the toxins that you put in your body is wiping you out. It's wiping you out. And you have to deal with the cancer diagnosis for the rest of your life, because every time you go to the doctor, you gonna freak out. I don't care how much Jesus you have in you. That anxiety is gonna hit you when you get ready to go in the doctor's office. You're gonna say, Lord, please don't allow them to find anything. Let my blood come back okay. Let me be okay. You know, when God heals you, he heals you. But we have to do our part too, and our part is being active. Our part is eating right. Our part is basically knowing our own body and taking action and being proactive with our own body. Stop waiting and denying. Go to the doctor and verify what's going on with you. And I'm not just talking about you, to me first, because I get nervous. Because when I went to the doctor in November, when I found that lump in 2013, I didn't think it was cancer. I'm like, I'm healthy. I exercise all the time. I eat right. I just had a baby in May. My baby turned 1 in May. I was breastfeeding her. And I'm like, no way. No way that I can have cancer. Showing up, stage 2. Stage 2. And so my plea to you is to don't sit. Move away from just being aware and take action. We're getting ready to come up on October, and October is all about awareness. Awareness does not save lives. No, it doesn't. Awareness does not save lives. But you taking action and going to that doctor save lives. Don't just go, but follow up. If something is wrong, follow up, because it could be nothing. It could be nothing, but you don't know that if you're not going. Don't wait until you have no options. Don't wait until you can't do anything about it. Don't wait until they got to plan your funeral 6 months down the road. Don't do that to yourself. So I'm not going to preach at you guys any longer. I just wanted to come on because I want to remind everybody about Warriors Talk Inc. event that's coming up. This is our 3rd annual Survivors Night of Reflection. I thank God for allowing me to even have the cancer journey so that I can share and in this movement of action for everybody. It's a movement of action. So I want you guys to take action. I ask that you join me Saturday, October the 6th, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the MET, MET, 4100 South King Drive in Chicago. We will be there as a Survivors Night of Reflection. We will be with the survivors, just reflecting on surviving and embracing our survivorship, and then enjoying each other, loving on each other. And then we will also crown a survivor of the year, and we will also donate money that comes from you from buying a ticket, just $25, and we will award a warrior that's in battle, that's fighting, because we know cancer can be expensive. A lot of people lose their jobs because they're not able to go to work because they're too weak. And so this is just to help them out, because we know all these other companies that's raising all this money is not going to the survivors. It's not going to those who are in battle. It's going to research. And we still haven't found a cure since they put the war on cancer back in the 70s. We're 45 years out and there's no cure. And I know some people say, yeah, there is a cure. There's a cure. They just bring the cure forward so that these innocent people, these loving people, won't have to die and lose their lives. So I'm asking you to join me Saturday night, October the 6th, Warriors Talk 3rd Annual Survivors Night of Reflection. I would love to see you there. You can go to my website, warriorstalk.org, and you can get more information and also purchase your ticket. If you're not able to make it, we still accept donations. I can't do it alone. I can't. I need your help. So I thank you guys for listening. Please go out and enjoy your fabulous Friday night. I appreciate you guys. I thank you guys. And just remember, the storm does not always come to wipe you out. Sometimes the storm comes to walk you into your God-ordained destiny. So remember, warriors, keep thriving while surviving. Enjoy your night.